Sheridan. What brought you in here today?
Hi, Brittany. Well, I wanted to talk about that fact that I'm like having some dreams about my ex-boyfriend, not in like I still like him kind of way, but like in a kind of creepy way. Like he's kind of like coming to my house and like
Okay. Are these dreams sort of like aggressive, or are they like?
yeah, very aggressive,
Oh, they are.
like frightening. Like I wake up in the night and like get really
Does
anxious.
this affect your sleeping habits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Do you think that maybe is there anything stressing you out, or is it brought on by stress possibly, or is it?
No, it's kind of random. Like the other night, I hadn't had one in probably about, I don't know, maybe about a month. And then the other night, I had a dream that he just came and like shot my whole family and me. It was like really intense, and
wow.
and it's random. They're short, and it's totally random. I won't even see really triggers or anything like that, and it'll just come out of nowhere.
What was your relationship like with your ex-boyfriend?
It was good. Like our communication wasn't very good because that's like why we broke up. Where it's like we just kind of kept things aside and we never really talked about things that bothered us. And then one day it just kind of blew up, and our breakup was messy. And yeah, like the breakup was really bad. He didn't get violent, but he got aggressive. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that probably could be, I guess, the reason why.
Yeah, it could be definitely a curse there between your dreams and the actual reality of it.
Yeah.
Of course, your dreams are exaggerated, I hope.
Yes.
But
he didn't shoot my family.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's terrible. But so do you think that these feelings are being brought on by something specifically in your life at this point, or are you thinking they're just random, like they're not anything?
I think I don't really know. Like I think they're just random. Like if I knew kind of what were the triggers, I'd kind of get rid of them.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You can't.
I can't figure it out. I really don't know. Like it's just really random. So.
Okay. Do you have a current relationship now?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I'm with my boyfriend, and we've been together for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Milestone.
Yes.
So you and your boyfriend, did your boyfriend previously know your ex-boyfriend, or does he know about your ex-boyfriend and that kind of aggression or anything?
Yes, he does, because Dan, my boyfriend now, when we were just friends, Dan and I were friends beforehand, and we work at the same place. And after my ex-boyfriend and I had broken up, Dan was walking me to my car because I was working a night shift, and my ex-boyfriend just was randomly there and like was kind of, I don't want to say spying, but he was in the parking lot like right beside, like away but kind of beside my car, and he like drove right up to us and started like swearing at us and blah blah blah. So yeah, Dan's met him.
Oh,
that way.
That's not a very good way to meet him.
No.
Okay.
And yeah, it was pretty bad, but.
Okay, so Dan is aware that this did
yeah.
happen?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good. Do you think that maybe this situation maybe molded the relationship between you and Dan to like, give you a bond kind of thing almost? Or
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
definitely.
You think it did?
Because, he was there for I would say definitely the worst of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he certainly helped me. And for that being, like, not even when we were dating, like, when Dan was just,
when a friend was
just walking me to my car because it was dark out. For him to stick out and, realize that past was there, and,
That's
he
good.
deals with it.
That's good. That's good to, like, hear that your boyfriend's there for you and not, like, your ex-boyfriend. Because I know a few girls, they like to, like, kind of go back to something that's not healthy.
Yeah, no.
Whereas, like, since Dan saw it himself, it is healthy. Like, it's like healthy. Like, that's good. So, like, your current relationship is healthy. I'm just making assumptions. So
yeah.
It is
very
good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Do you think that maybe that like the actual like actually maybe does Dan not act like your ex-boyfriend because he saw that, or do you think it's just like a personality thing that your ex-boyfriend had, or do you think it was just a situation that you and him had?
I think it's a bit of a combination of like a few of those, because I know with my ex-boyfriend, he because of our communication breakdown that we didn't talk about a lot of things, I maybe didn't get to see that side of him.
Okay.
Because we didn't talk about the things that bothered us. Exactly. We just kind of like put it down. So I think he probably had a bit of aggression all the way along. I just never brought it out until we broke up.
Okay.
And but with Dan, like, I mean, because we were friends beforehand, he would hear about like the different times that me and my ex would like kind of butt heads and stuff.
Yes.
So I guess he heard about that beforehand, and then of course met him. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess no, Dan's just way better. Dan's good.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So these dreams.
Yeah.
Do they come frequently, or is it just literally out of nowhere? Like they just.
It seems pretty out of nowhere. Like, I mean, when they're definitely getting further apart because like we broke up in the summertime.
So this has been going on for
since we broke up.
Since the summer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like when we first broke up, I couldn't sleep after like what happened, the confrontation between like the three of us. Couldn't sleep for like a week because I was so scared that like he was gonna come and be super aggressive with my family, and that's just really scary. And then I think it was probably about once a week I would start to have dreams, and then now it's probably about a month, 2 months in between. So they're getting few and far between, but they're still there. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunate. So these dreams, like you explained, is it always aggressive? There's never a dream with him in it that's never not aggressive, or
no,
it's always aggressive.
Usually, if it's gonna sound so terrible, but if I don't die at the end of the dream, then like it's he'll leave, but he'll still leave.
But it's still a bad
he'll still leave in the dream, leaving a mark of aggression on either my family, my house, my property, me, or something like that.
So how do you feel the next day after you have these dreams?
I guess I feel a little bit more jumpy. Like I had one the other day when the one that I talked about that I like did like shot everybody.
Okay, yeah.
The next day I was home alone for the most of the day, and I feel like every kind of little creak in the house I heard, I would jump a lot more than I would normally, but like because I don't normally.
Okay.
So I thought that could be a reason why. But yeah, other than that, I think I usually just slough it off and know that it's a dream, and know that like I'm sure he wouldn't do anything like that because. Yeah. I mean,
so it's the next day's kind of situation, like where you are, what you're doing kind of thing, that affects how you feel about it?
Yeah, exactly.
But like instantly when you wake up, what is the immediate feeling?
Nothing really.
Nothing?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more throughout the day when I'll think about it, because usually...
Okay, so you think back to it, you don't think about it right when you wake up?
No, usually I don't really remember until, like, unless it's a really, really bad one, I wake up during the night and I'm, sweating, like, just...
panicking,
like, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so other than that, no, it's okay, but... It's
okay.
Good, I guess, yeah.
Does Dan ever help you out with these kind of sleeping problems? Like, I'm just making the assumption that he stays over, but do you ever call him or anything like that after you have it? Do you talk about it with Dan, or is this something that you don't really want to tell him? Or
no, he knows about it.
Okay.
He doesn't, because my parents are pretty conservative, so he doesn't sleep in my room.
Okay.
But he does know about the dreams, and he knows that I've like had a few of them, and he's thought about me going to like the counselor actually and like talking about it, but just to see.
Well, sometimes it's the best thing to do is talk it out, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's definitely good that he's supporting you. That's actually fantastic, and that's something that you obviously didn't see in your ex-boyfriend, or at least it doesn't sound like you did.
I didn't at all.
So that's good that you have that kind of relationship with Dan.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about or tell me about your dreams, or anything about Dan, anything connecting them, or is it just kind of...
No, Dan's kind of like my release. Like, he's the one that, like... I mean, I can talk to that kid about anything.
Good, and that's good.
So
that's, like, it's kind of like, it seems, although, like, from what I've gathered, it seems that maybe the relationship you have with Dan is the complete opposite of what you had with your ex-boyfriend, because if you and Dan talk often, clearly you're expressing each other's feelings to each other. Definitely. So that's something that you didn't have with your ex-boyfriend.
For sure.
So maybe that's why these are kind of occurring. Maybe just something like stressors in your life maybe are setting them off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but like that's
maybe.
At least what it sounds like. But it's nice to have that support there too, and that's probably why they're less frequent. At least that's what I can understand from it.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Very good. Yeah, it's true. It could just be too that like, I mean, I'm not very like, I don't really compare people, but maybe when like Dan does something like so like out of the ordinary, I'd be like, wow, okay, none of my ex-boyfriends have ever done that. That could be one of my like stressors too. But
yeah,
it's true. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
That's good. So is there any like thing else you'd like to talk about, or is that pretty much?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
I think I'm good. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you too.